This little old me, pursuing our dreams. There's sunlight in here.
Guess where I'm at? And Gibson, what are you doing up there? At Kenya! Crazy, these bugs are freaking everywhere. There was a spider in my room that I was too afraid to kill. The wind, it was so loud in there.
Was it slapping the, yeah.
Yes.
That can be a bit, But you have to keep the peace. So you have to do something. Yeah,
Oh, thank you.
How do you want to
Oh, scrambled? Very easy for me. Scrambled. And you know what I'm thinking? I love you guys. That's what I'm thinking. So, backstory. I quit my job in 2023. I quit my job in 2023. I pursued music for a while. Then I found myself in Norway going to music school for 9 months. And then once I got back from school, I used all my money. I basically have a job, guys. I'm lost.
Somebody come get me. Please. Where am I?
New hair, who dis? Do you see the sweat beads on my face? I need to pee too. Lord. Out in the wild. Where the heck am I going? All I'm gonna say, almost fell. All I'm gonna say is, if you leave the country to come to Africa, you better get your hair braided. Where the hell am I going?
Interview Happy. He's a member of staff.
Puppy? Is his name Puppy?
Happy, yeah?
I thought it was Puppy.
Puppy.
Hey, cutie.
Yeah, the same one on the website.
You're so well behaved. My dog is terrible.
What do you have?
He's a rescue dog, so we're not 100% sure, but he's a Labrador mixed with something. But his voice is so deep.
Yeah.
So when he barks, it's at 100%, and it's like a man yelling at you.
The window's shattering.
Literally, you can feel the bass in the floor. Ooh, these dragonflies, you see them? Apparently that means it's gonna rain. I'm trying to become one with nature while I'm here. But everything in me wants to fight. On average, how much does an elephant need to eat to be full if it's only a vegetarian?
I don't know the first, but they basically eat all day and well into the night. You'll see elephants basically, and then they kind of like sway back and forth for a bit, semi-sleep, but only for a very short time.
I've walked around with so much baggage, and I've always felt like something was wrong with me, or I'm weird or something like that. And so it's really nice the whole time that I've been here, that my weirdness, I don't know what to call it. I just want people to be happy and have fun. And every time I walk in a room and I want to do a video, I want to interview people, I just want everyone to feel comfortable and loved. And even if I don't know you, I want you to feel good. And I've just always walked through life feeling like I'm not good enough, you know? Why am I getting emotional? This was supposed to be quick. Always felt like something was wrong with me. And like people don't understand me. And that feels really lonely a lot of the times. And I'm so blessed that I'm finally at a point, like me going to Norway made me feel like, oh, I'm not crazy. I'm fully capable of being loved and giving love. I can trust myself. I'm talented. I make people feel good about themselves. I make people feel warm. Like, I don't know, sometimes you feel delusional going through life when the people around you, the closest people to you who you've grown up with, don't reflect that. Aren't affirming, aren't what you need, if that makes sense. Like, the more I grow up, the more I realize that sometimes the people that you've grown up with, they're not your forever people. And that's the most heartbreaking thing ever. I don't even know how we got on this conversation. I was supposed to just be telling you about Kenya. But me leaving Sony, leaving New York, being in New York, I felt crazy. I felt very lonely and felt like something else had to exist. And so I put my all into doing a show. The December that I decided to quit my job, that show ended up selling out. And selling out in terms of, and that show did okay. Like, I made maybe like $100 of profit. And I worked my butt off for that show. And that was a sign like, yo, quit your job. I remember I walked home with that check and I was like, I'm quitting my job. I'm quitting my job. I'm doing this full time. I don't even care that I barely made any money. I can't do this anymore. I feel like I'm being spread so thin, trying to be somebody that I'm not. So I quit my job. And for 6 months, I did music full time. And that felt aimless, but it felt better than being in an office all day. Because regardless, you end up hitting a rut. It's like you are doing a creative endeavor that has no real success markers. It's all on you to figure things out, and most of the time you don't know how to ask for help. That's me. I don't know how to ask for help. I'm so bad at asking for help. And so I did that for about 6 months of fully committing to do music. I did gigs, I did all these different things that I'm so proud of, because it got me to a point where I was letting go of needing to have control over life, over everything around me. And I ended up on a day where I was feeling really low and like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't really feel like I'm leveling up in my music career, and I don't really like all the music that I'm making. And I was just doom scrolling on Instagram, and the Lillehammer Institute of Music Productions popped up on my Instagram feed, and it was free to apply, so I applied. And literally the rest is history. I was there for 9 months, and I made the best music that I've ever it was like, sometimes I feel, and probably artists, you can relate to this, it's like sometimes you feel like there's so much great ideas, but because you're not allowing yourself to really like lock in, you can't express it in the way you want to. So it's like every idea from your head, from ideation to creation, there's a gap, and it is frustrating because it's like the idea was so good, but why can't I get it out? So I went to Norway for 9 months, and I felt like I finally had the tools and the time to just focus on music. And I'm so excited for y'all to listen to this new music. Actually, I'll put a snippet in here. Okay? You can listen to some of that.
Hella stressed as of lately. Need a break from my daily. Need the peace only you bring.
Being away from home for 9 months was the most transformative process, and most people in the program will say the same. I feel like I walked around life feeling like I was a burden on other people, and when I got to Norway and I made the friends that I made, it was like I didn't have to hide my emotions. I didn't have to lie and say I was okay. I didn't have to pretend. I could just be myself. And I was loved just being myself. And like, now, after the program, I don't feel like I'm longing as much. I think that's just my cross to bear, that I'm gonna have a part of me that needs to always be reminded to seek God and not seek the world. That's just my cross to bear. But I finally reached a point where I can say I have found people that I genuinely feel loved with. I genuinely love. And I don't have to compromise myself to be loved. And I thought it was too late. I thought I was too old. I thought the friends that I had made and the people that I have met along the years, that was what I was stuck with. And even though I felt like I was not loved properly, like I had to beg for people's attention, like nobody cared, I felt like I was stuck. And I don't feel stuck anymore. I'm resetting expectations and realizing people make friends up until they're dead. So, if you feel stuck, be reminded that Aine is crying on this camera and wants you to know that you are loved, and there are people who will love you just for who you are. And there's going to be ups and downs. It's never going to always be up. It isn't. But if you seek God in those moments where you feel like, oh my gosh, I feel so lonely, I feel so lost and confused, try switching out whatever content you watch, read, and replace it with godly content. Even like yesterday, I was feeling really low, which is so stupid because it's like, how are you in Kenya and you're sad? Boy problems. But it was like as I was having these emotions, I had right in front of me my phone, this creative book that I wanted to read, and the Bible, or YouTube. And I didn't feel like reading, so you know what I ended up doing? Opening up my laptop and watching a YouTube video from my favorite creator, Shameless Maya, who is completely on her God journey, and I love it. I eat it up like it's candy. And I sat there and I watched her latest video, and I felt so much better. I felt like I was feeding myself versus like clinging on. When I'm on my phone on Instagram just scrolling, it's like I'm like, please feed me something I'll like. Please give me something. And I'm left hungry, still hungry. Whereas Shameless Maya, my homegirl, which you should check out, I have a weird parasocial relationship with her. I feel like she's my aunt because I've been watching her since high school. But when you are feeling low, replacing what you consume with godly content, I'm telling you that feeling, it may not 100% go away, but you will feel better. All the people who work here are so connected with nature in a way that a girl from the city cannot even understand. I can't even wrap my head around how connected everyone is to nature. It's insane. I did an interview with Dixon. He's basically our in-house indigenous knowledge guru. He's a part of the Maasai tribe, and he just has so much knowledge about indigenous trees and why dragonflies have come down to attack me, and that means that it's going to rain soon. medicinal herbs and all these different things, and all I keep thinking to myself is, we've lost touch with the place that we're supposed to subdue and have dominion over. Well, I've lost touch. So this trip has been very refreshing. It's a reminder to go outside. It's a reminder to make friends wherever you go. It's a reminder to be loving. Isn't this beautiful? You probably can't even see it. It's probably blurred out. Thank you for getting to the end of my video. I love you guys. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and go outside. I know it's getting cold, but take a walk. Get off of your computer. Instead of doom scrolling, pick up your Bible, pick up your Bible, pick up something that is going to replenish you, because Instagram, TikTok, it's not. It's not. I always end up hungry because I'm longing for something that those apps cannot fill me up with. So do that. I love you guys, and I'll see you next video.